Hello everyone, I'm Zane Zog, and I'm a nonpartisan philosopher. Some of the crap I've been talking about for years now is I believe people should have grown or developed past Democrats and Republicans. I'm not saying eliminate the stupid, idiotic, and dysfunctional two-party system that we're in. I say keep it as is. Individuals have to keep their ass together tight. That was badly put. Now, people need to get off the concept of liberals and conservatives and off the concept of Democrats and Republicans. People registered. I am a registered Democrat. Figuratively, my little heart is open to Republicans who wish to speak calmly and pleasantly about the issues facing everybody in the United States. I've been talking about the world economy. We're in a trade relationship with China, and they're not really our friends. On the news right now, our President Donald Trump, what can you say? I am trying to be emotionally neutral here. Owing to the seriousness of world politics, negotiations with Russia, Ukraine, two countries at war, bargaining. I am nonpartisan. I am not advocating for any individual politician. Trump is bargaining with two warring countries, Russia and Ukraine. There's no good way of doing this. No matter how you feel about Trump, American voters, Democrats and Republicans, I am merely advocating for a rather sociable mentality among voters. I'm going to change subject. Let me flump. For years and years, I have tried to explain to progressive Democrats what I hope would become a mutually acceptable position pro-2nd. Let's talk about the shooting. It took place in a synagogue a few years ago. I won't go into days and days. There was a shooting in a Pittsburgh synagogue a few years ago. The matter's been discussed publicly and privately. Should people carry guns to a synagogue? I'm humane. I'm progressive. I grew up very progressive liberal. I'm 68 years old. Back in the day, liberals were pro-2nd. Getting back to that shooting in the synagogue, if 8 or 9 or 10 or a dozen civilian members of the congregation with permits pretend 8 individuals, members of that congregation, had obtained pistol permits and were carrying a revolver. They weren't. Imagine they were carrying revolvers under their sport jackets, not, completely concealed. What I'm talking about would be docile, friendly, smiling, social activity like normal people. One of the things that's been disturbing to me is I am pro-Second Amendment, and people are such jerks. The market for guns is provocative. The media is highly provocative. People can carry guns peacefully, safely, we can love one another and carry a gun for protection. Go back to that synagogue with the actives. The guy's name was Bowers, and he's in the Huskow now for that shooting in the Tree of Life Temple. All I'm saying is if 8 or 10 people had revolvers hidden in purses or under sport jackets or in a book bag, 8 or 9 people who know how to handle guns and aim. They don't have to. Civilians who know how to aim, armed civilians, responsible, vetted civilians, gun owners, Pennsylvania gun owners with pistol permits. Those types of individuals, and I'm speaking hypothetically, could conceivably have stopped that active shooter situation, Bowers shooting members of the Tree of Life congregation. That's not how it went down. I am merely suggesting people may have to consider getting a pistol permit, learning to use a gun, how to aim, how to work together in an active shooting situation, defense, security. I'm merely advocating Second Amendment civility, Second Amendment functionality in an otherwise educated, civilized, and cautious, loving, American, diverse, pluralistic America. I'm Zane Zog. Thanks for listening.